Here are 10 times where the royal guards have passed out. And number 10, this guard here passes out while standing guard at Queen Elizabeth II's funeral. He was standing next to the casket and holding a ceremonial staff when suddenly he fell face first onto the ground. While the soldiers rotate every 20 minutes, the hours of remaining completely still while standing are 6 hours in length. Soldiers in ceremonial uniform are maintaining a constant 24-hour vigil around the Queen's coffin while she is lying in state. Can you feel the heat? At number 9, here's a guard who couldn't handle the heat during one of the Queen's birthday celebrations. He fainted straight onto his face and needed to be helped by officials to take him to the infirmary. Fun fact, there's actually a proper way for the royal guards to faint. They are told to learn how to faint facing forwards with their rifle at attention, often causing some broken teeth when they get exhausted. Here's number 8. A royal guard is swapping positions with another guard when he suddenly starts slipping and lands on his back. You can see him smirking and trying not to laugh at himself as hundreds of tourists watch and record him. He quickly stands back at attention, picking up his rifle and trying to keep a straight face.
Oh, there.
It seems to be a trend for royal guards to slip. At number 7, we have a guard walking to his position after doing the rounds. He almost makes it to his post, but before he can, he slips backwards and falls right on his butt. He fell so hard his hat flew off of his head. He quickly composes himself and stands back up, grabbing his rifle and then his hat. At number 6, we've got a really close call. The royal guard here is walking to his box when his shoes lose traction with the ground and he begins to slip. With his quick thinking, he grabs onto the door frame and steadies himself. Unfortunately for him, all of the tourists nearby have now placed him in their sights. The guard simply picks up his rifle and stands at attention like nothing happened.
Try not to laugh.
An embarrassing fail at number 5. During a routine drill where an officer inspects a row of soldiers' firearms, he tosses the rifle to the royal guard and he fails to catch it, having it slam on the ground. The inspection officer and royal guard who failed to catch freeze in place for about 5 seconds. Then the officer slowly walks to the rifle and picks it up, clearly disappointed.
No.
Number 4. This is why I don't do horse riding. This Britain's household cavalry soldier is riding his horse when it goes ballistic and becomes impossible for him to control. He turns his body to the right and slips right off the saddle and onto the ground as his horse goes wild in front of the soldiers and their horses. He stands up and is helped away while he limps. At number 3, here's the formal head of British forces thrown from his horse. The field marshal fainted at the wheel and slowly fell off the side of his horse. The poor 79-year-old soldier had paramedics rush to his aid and he was sent to the hospital where he recovered quickly. At number 2, we have another soldier passing out during the funeral of Queen Elizabeth II. As Her Royal Majesty's coffin leaves St. Giles Church, one guard passes out and is caught by his fellow soldiers and helped to a place he can sit down and rest for a moment. Finally, at number 1, we have a kind clip of Prince William coming to the aid of a dignitary who had fallen down. During a visit to Harlow, Essex, A dignitary accompanying Prince William suddenly collapses, and the prince quickly rushes to help the old man back to his feet.